minutes. Slides. We'll have a look now. I think there are a lot of slides, but only like 2 minutes in each slide. Oh. I don't know why I'm so generous. Sorry? 18 slides, so
It's almost 40 minutes.
I will try to make it in 30 then. Do you need paper? I'm so generous today. Paper? No. That's just a scrap piece of paper. Okay, so position of adverbs. Have a look, guys. Help me out. Oops, what did I do? Help me out. Have a look at this sentence. I skate to school. That's real. That's my scooter skate. Here we have an adverb. Normally. What is the natural position of normally in this sentence? I normally skate to school. This is what we call the mid position. The mid position of an adjective. Can you place it somewhere else in the sentence? Normally, comma, I skate to school. This is called the initial position adverb. Any other possibility? I skate to school normally, comma. I skate to school normally. This is called end, yeah? End position adverb. Okay, normally is a very flexible adverb. It can go in many positions. The most natural position is the mid position. However, this is a very flexible adverb and it can go in initial position and end position either. Perhaps the emphasis changes a little bit if you say it at the beginning. What I'm trying to tell you is that adjectives, sometimes they require a fixed position. And sometimes they are flexible, all right? And sometimes you can change them, but they affect the meaning, the register, or the emphasis, okay? Be careful. But some of them are flexible, like normally, but some of them are not so flexible, and they need some specific positions. Okay, have a look at this. Initial position adverbs. Let's talk about initial position of adverbs. As the initial position, you can have comment adverbs, connection adverbs, and degree of certainty adverbs. These type of adverbs, typically, in English, you cannot say always or never, okay? Typically, normally, yeah? Typically, they go in initial position. Have a look at this. Unfortunately, the gang managed to pull off the heist. Pull off, achieve. Heist, golpe, atraco. Pull off, conseguir. Heist, golpe, atraco. Pull off the heist. C2 level, yeah? The gang managed to pull off the heist. Unfortunately, at the beginning, clearly, surprisingly, the gang managed to pull off the heist. What are these? Comment, connection, or degree of certainty? So these are comment adverbs, and they go in initial position. However, they were caught shortly after. Consequently, they were caught. Similarly, they were caught shortly after. Type of adverb? Connection adverb. Connection adverb, and typically goes in initial position. Perhaps a rat inform against them. A rat? A rat. Yeah, un topo. Un topo, yeah? Perhaps a rat inform against them. Maybe a rat inform against them. Surely a rat inform against them. Probably a rat inform against them. Anyway, type of adverbs here. Degree of certainty. And degree of certainty goes in initial position. Remember that. Initial position is the most natural position. Doesn't mean that they always go in the initial position, but it's the most natural position for them. Okay? All right. Is it possible to place the common adjectives somewhere else? Yeah, don't worry. Something's happening or not? Thank you. Is it okay now? Okay. So this type of adjectives, the comment adjectives, typically they go at the beginning. Can they go somewhere else? Can they go at the end? Is it possible? The gang managed to pull off the heist, unfortunately. Yes, it's possible, but it's not the most natural position for them. Okay? The gang managed to pull off the heist, comma, surprisingly, clearly. Yes, you can, but it's not the most natural position. It's a little bit forced. Okay? Yeah, because there will be a full stop. Yeah? Comma, adverb, and then full stop. Yeah? All right. Yes, you can. You can also place it in the middle. The gang, unfortunately, managed to pull off the heist between commas. You can also do it. And the same with this. They, however, were caught. They, consequently, were caught between commas. This is something that many of you forget, the commas, yeah? You can also put it in middle position between commas. And you can also put it at the end, after a comma. So they are flexible. They can also go in middle position and final position. Nonetheless, the most natural position is initial. Do you understand? Is it clear? Yeah, but this comment and connection, all right? With a degree of certainty, I would recommend you to just place them at the beginning, okay? These ones at the beginning. I write in form against them, perhaps, maybe. Yeah, you could do that. In spoken English at a more informal level, yeah, you can also say it at the end, but a little bit forced. Yeah, probably. Probably. I write probably in form, yes. But the most natural, I insist. Yeah, okay, yes. Yes, you can. Between commas, I write maybe, I write probably, I write surely. Yes, you can. A little bit forced, but between commas, you can. Also at the end, okay? After a comma. A little bit forced. I would recommend you to do that, especially when you talk. But when you write, the best option is at the beginning. But you guys say they were good shortly after our. Yeah, for emphasis. They were caught shortly after, though. I would say though at the end instead of however. They were caught shortly after, though at the end, not however. Yeah, a little bit forced. You can, but it's forced. So I recommend you at the beginning. Yeah, initial position as the same, the best, the most natural option. Most natural position at the beginning. The best position for them at the beginning. Don't think too much. Have a look at this. Mid-position adverbs. Adverbs of frequency. Oh, remember these adverbs of frequency from A1 and A2 levels? Always, normally, usually, often, seldom, rarely, hardly ever, never. These are adverbs of frequency. And what is the best position for them? Middle position or mid position. Middle position or mid position is the best position for adverbs of frequency. Nonetheless, is there any other way? Can you place them at the beginning? Let's see what happens. Always sounds very weird. Always at the beginning? No. But the rest, sorry? The rest, okay. Normally, she skates to school. Yes. Usually, she skates to school. Yeah. Often, she skates to school. Seldom, she skates. Rarely, she skates to school. Hardly ever, she skates to school. Never. Yeah, a little bit forced with never. What I'm trying to say is that the most natural position, let me finish and then a round of questions. The most natural position for adverbs of frequency is the middle position. Can you place them at the beginning? Not always. I mean, not this option. But the rest, yes, you can. And it's more emphatic. I repeat, if you place them at the beginning, it's not the most natural option, but it's more emphatic. More emphatic. I will finish explaining this and then a round of questions. I know Carlos has a question, okay? Oh, maybe Danny. When I finish, yeah, explaining, round of questions. So the most natural position, mid position. Can you place them at the beginning? Yes, you can. For emphasis, but don't put always at the beginning. That's very much forced. Question, Danny. Quite forced. I would say that you can do that when you speak, but when you write, don't do that. Okay? When you write, don't do that.
And in that case, you don't need to put it in between commas. You put the comma, if you put it normally, comma, she skates, she skates, she normally skates, you don't need commas.
No, no commas. As you can see, there are no commas here. Okay, and then have a look at this. Seldom, rarely, hardly ever. These are quite negative, yeah? These ones are quite negative. You can also put them or place them at the beginning with an inversion. Seldom, rarely, hardly ever, never. These ones here, you can also put them at the beginning with an inversion. Can you make an inversion, Alvaro, with never? Never does she. Do you know inversions? Never does she. Can you make an inversion with never, Alvaro? Never does she? Never does she skate to school. That's an inversion. Can you make an inversion with hardly ever, Sophie? That's an inversion, yeah? With does, yeah? Wait, let's make some more inversions and then questions. Can you make an inversion with rarely, Sophie? Very good. Yeah, it sounds very formal. Can you make an inversion, Carlos, with seldom? Okay. Sheldon does say. No. No, no, no. With an inversion, you don't need comma either. Yes. Question, Sophie. Oof, sounds very forced to me. I mean, you can do it. You can play with the language like Shakespeare. And yes, you can do that. If it's literature, yeah, you're writing literature, you play with the language. You're being playful with the language. You can do whatever you want as long as you achieve the desired effect on the reader. Nonetheless, is that standard grammar? No, it isn't. Shall we continue? Okay, I'm not going to explain inversions today, okay? Yes.
But you don't need to change skates, or you do. Does she skate or does she skate?
Oh yeah, you would remove the yes. You would remove the yes. Okay, inversions, Danny, that is 1 hour of explanation. And you can watch one of my videos, okay? Go to my YouTube channel. There's one video which is called Inversions. Yeah, 1 hour. I'm just telling you that it's possible to make an inversion with this, but I'm not going to spend 1 hour now with inversions, okay? But don't worry too much, Danny. In this case, just does, yeah? Just does. Okay, next. When there is an auxiliary verb, what happens? Okay, she's a skater. Where's the auxiliary verb here? Well, there is no auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb or be. Or be. Here there is no auxiliary verb, but there is the verb to be. She has skated to school. What is the auxiliary verb? And this one, what is the auxiliary verb? Has. Auxiliary verb. She would skate to school. Auxiliary verb. Would. Would. She doesn't skate to school. Auxiliary verb. Doesn't. Okay. So when there is an auxiliary verb, what happens? Okay, these are the adverbs. Currently, where do I place it? Yes. Never. Where do I place it? She has never skated. Normally, where do I place it? She would normally skate to school. Usually, where do I place it? She usually doesn't. She usually doesn't. She doesn't usually, sorry. She doesn't usually. She doesn't usually. There is another case later in a future slide in which I will explain the effect of a negative one, but not here. Yeah, not here. So what is the lesson we're learning now? When we have the verb to be or an auxiliary verb, where do we place the adverb? After the auxiliary. Okay, so if we have an auxiliary, the adverb goes after the auxiliary, after the auxiliary, after the auxiliary, or after the verb to be. So far, so good? That's quite clear, isn't it? Forget about those. Have a look at this. She skates to school. I have a selection of adverbs here. Also, already, just, nearly, almost, currently. Yeah, keep it open, keep it open. Keep it open, keep it open. It's good for the air quality. Oh my God, look at the air. I'm going to open that one too. Emergency, emergency. No, 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 no. Not all the windows. Okay. I have a selection of adverbs here. Please pay attention. So I have a selection of adverbs here. Also, already, just, nearly, almost, currently. What is the natural position for these adverbs? Initial, mid, or end position? The most natural one. Mid position, yeah? She already skates, she just skates, she nearly skates, she almost skates. She currently, perhaps this one is the more natural choice, this one. So just for you to know, these adverbs in particular, this selection of adverbs in particular that I have over here, their most natural position is mid. Can you change it for emphasis? Yes, you can. But their most natural position for this list of adjectives is mid position. So far, so good? Okay, degree of certainty, adverbs. Sorry, I get very distracted. People talking. Have a look at this. Degree of certainty, adverbs. Probably, possibly, definitely, probably, yeah, degree, definitely, high degree of certainty. Possibly, probably a lower, yeah, possibly lower degree of certainty. What is the position for them? Let's have a look at this. She skates to school. What is the best position? Mid, yeah, mid is the best position, yeah, that is the best position. So she probably skates to school. In the second one, be careful. Here we have an auxiliary. She'll skate to school. What is the best position? After the auxiliary. So she'll probably skate to school. And be careful here. Won't. What is this? A negative auxiliary. Negative auxiliary. What is the best position? Before or after? She probably won't, or she won't probably skate to school. So, say the sentence.
She definitely won't.
Okay, she definitely won't, or she probably won't. So be careful with degree of certainty adverbs. They go before the negative auxiliary. Before the negative auxiliary. or after a positive auxiliary, or in mid-position when there is no auxiliary. This is the difficult one, yeah? Before negative auxiliary. Okay, let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Sophie, thank you for the question. Now, degree of certainty adverbs. So normally they go in which position? In mid position. Normally, mid position. However, when you have a contracted negative auxiliary, what position do they have? Before it, yeah? Before the contracted negative auxiliary. Now, let's have a sentence which is not contracted. She will not skate. All right, what sounds best for you? She will probably not. She probably will not. She will not probably. Okay, position 1, 2, or 3. What is the best position? She probably will not. She will probably not, or she will not probably. Okay, I think this is the worst. 1 or 2? Okay, let's make a vote. Who votes for number 1? Who votes for number 2? She will probably not. She probably will not. Yeah. Yeah, I would say the most natural one is this one, but this one is not totally wrong. This one is not totally wrong. Okay?
That is also because normally when you speak, you put il.
Yeah.
Normally not, so it makes more sense.
It makes sense. But I wouldn't say this one is totally wrong. I would say this one is the most natural, and I would say this one sounds very forced. Yeah, very forced. Happy, Sophia? Okay, have a look at these adverbs. Special ones. Yet, to, though. Yet, to, though. What is the position for them? Imagine that you are little kids and you're driving to the beach with your parents and you say, "Are we nearly there? Are we nearly there?" Where would you place yet? Are we nearly there yet? No. No. It won't take long. Though, where would you place it? Beginning, middle, or end? At the end. It won't take long, though. With a comma, better. It won't take long, though. 2, if you had to place it here, are we nearly there? Okay, they're already there. Oh, are we nearly there too? Yes. Yes. We too. So, they're nearly there. Oh, they're nearly there. Are we nearly there too? Yes, we're nearly there too. So, what is the lesson I'm trying to teach you? The adverbs yet, to, though, they normally go in which position of a sentence? End position of a sentence. For yet, to, and though. So far, so good? Feeling better over there? Can we close that one? A little bit, but maybe it's because I'm wearing a... Are you okay, Martina? Are you cold? Are you hot? Thank you. Time adverbs and place adverbs. Time adverbs and place adverbs. She came here yesterday. She came there. She came everywhere. She came outside. She came here yesterday, then, soon. These ones, are these time or place? These ones, time or place? Clearly, yeah? What is the most natural position for time and place adverbs, as you can see in this sentence? And position is the most natural position for them. Place adverbs, time adverbs, and position is the most natural one. Nonetheless, are there any other possibilities for emphasis? Do you know one song from the Blue Velvet Underground? It's there she comes, there she, no, here she comes, here she comes. Okay, but do you understand the sentence I just said? Where did I place it? Here they come, here they come. So you can place it at the beginning. Here she comes, there she goes. Outside she went. Yesterday she came. Early she arrived. Can you do that with a comma? Yes, you can. Are you changing the meaning? No, you're not. It's more emphatic. Yeah? More emphasis. It's more emphatic. So far, so good. Yeah. Weird. Yeah. That's the next slide. Later I will explain that as well. The place and time, the order. So far, so good? Come on, we can do it. Focusing adverbs. Focus. They normally come the word they refer to. Okay, the focusing adverb here is only. Only is an adverb. It's a focusing adverb. Only is an adverb. It's a focusing adverb. What is the at the end of the explanation? Okay. It's from the previous one. Okay. What's the matter? Oops. What did I do?
When you say there she comes,
Uh-huh. No. It depends on the adverb that you choose. Yeah. For example, yeah. The comma here is not absolutely necessary. Now that I think about it. Yeah. Here she comes. Yesterday she came. Early she came. Yeah, I agree with Esther. It goes well with time, but with place, here she came. There she goes. Yeah, there she goes. You don't need the comma. It's like, yeah, all in one go. Good observation, Alvaro. And good point, Esther. We're a team, you know. Okay, only is an adverb. It's a focusing adverb. What is the difference between these two sentences? Only Sarah talks to me. Sarah only talks to me. What is the difference?
but in the first one, no one talks to me, only Sarah, and the second one, like Sarah don't talk to anyone, only to me.
But that's the same.
No, it's not the same. He's right. Yes. Well, that's informal English, okay? Only Sarah talks to me. Like, there are a lot of people there, and nobody talks to me. Only Sarah. Sarah only talks to me. For example, there are a lot of people there, but Sarah doesn't talk to any of them. He only talks to me. So the difference, if you change the position of a focusing adverb, it makes a change in meaning. And only, what word is it affecting? Only is affecting Sarah. Here, only is affecting Sarah. No, only is affecting talks. Grammatically speaking, only is affecting Sarah, and here only is affecting talks. So what are we learning here? A focusing adverb, they normally come the word they refer to. Point. They normally come before the word they refer to. Before Sarah, because it refers to Sarah. Before talks, because it refers to talks. Okay? Only is an example of a focusing adverb. There are many others. For example, mainly talks to me. Simply talks to me. Even talks to me. Even Sarah talks to me. Sarah even talks to me. Yeah? These are other examples of focusing adverbs. So far, so good? Let's go on. We can make it. 12. Have a look at this. In particular, particularly, especially. The word they refer to. Okay. Two of them can go here. I love Asian food. I like Korean cuisine. I particularly like Korean cuisine, or especially, yeah, especially, particularly. Oh, cuisine, yeah, cuisine. Korean cuisine. And here you could say, I like, if you don't say this, I like Korean cuisine in particular. Okay, this is the best position for them. Mid position for particularly and specially, and final position for in particular. Okay. Nonetheless, are they movable? Well, yes, they are movable. I especially like, can you move them here? I like particularly Korean cuisine. I like especially Korean cuisine. Yes, you can move it there. Can you move them at the beginning? These two? Let's see what happens. I like Asian food. Particularly, I like Korean cuisine. Especially, I like Korean. All right, yes, you can, but I don't like it very much. A little bit forced, okay? What happened? Oh, yeah, I did it. Yeah, I know. I'm so cool. So, a little bit forced, okay? I recommend you to use it in mid position. All right, can you move it here? I like Korean particularly. No. No, you can't. In particular, can you, okay, wait, can you move these ones at the end? I like Korean cuisine particularly. I like Korean cuisine especially. A little bit forced. I mean, at an oral level, you can say many things and it doesn't matter much. But a little bit forced. I don't recommend it, okay? Best position, mid position. Can you move in particular at the beginning? In particular, yes, you can. Okay, not forced. Yeah, in this case, this is very messy right now, but you understand, right? That in particular can go at the end or at the beginning, and these ones work best in the middle. All right, rather than at the beginning or the end, where it is a little bit forced.
In particular, at the end, you don't need a comma. But if you put it at the beginning,
You need a comma. Yes, you need a comma.
you need it at the end as well.
I would say it sounds better, but not necessarily. Not necessarily. At the beginning. In particular, comma, I like Korean food. Yes. If you put it at the beginning, comma. Thank you. Can we go on? Whew, that was so. Really, in negative sentences. This is a negative sentence. This is a negative sentence. Okay, we did it before, right? In the example before, remember? I don't really know him. I really don't know him. Okay, this is a little bit different nonetheless. Okay, do you know, excuse me, Jesus, do you know Pablo? I don't really know him. Excuse me, Jesus, do you know Pablo? I really don't know him. Which one is softer and which one is stronger?
The first one is soft. But the first one is like really strong.
I really, really, really don't know him, okay? Yeah, this is stronger. I really, really don't know him. So please don't say that I know him because I don't. Uh, I don't really know him. Well, not totally know him. He's an acquaintance, okay? He's an acquaintance, but I don't really know him very well. So this one is softer, this one is stronger. So the position of really is changing the meaning a little bit. Be careful with really in negative sentences. So far, so good? Is it clear? Thank you. Actually, all right. We have actually at the beginning, actually, end position, and actually Mid position. What are the effects in here? Okay, I'll give you a clue. These two have basically the same meaning, and this one is a little bit different. Who can tell us the difference? Sorry, have you seen Sarah? Actually, I saw her yesterday. Oh, I saw her yesterday, actually. Have you seen Sarah? I actually saw her yesterday. Talking about Sarah, I actually saw her yesterday. Okay, it's not very different, but a little bit different. Can anybody see the difference? You're indicating a little bit of surprise. Something surprising or interesting. So you indicate, yeah? You indicate something surprising or interesting. Oh, Sarah, actually, I saw her yesterday. Oh, I saw her yesterday, actually. It's surprising. It's interesting. Yeah? Actually, so I saw her yesterday, actually. And in the other one, I actually saw her yesterday. I actually saw her yesterday. Esther, explain to them.
I actually saw her yesterday. Is like believe me, I actually saw her yesterday. It's like I'm telling the truth. I actually saw her.
Something happened. Something happened in reality. In reality, believe me, it's true. Yeah? It's true, believe me. Yeah? I actually saw her yesterday. You haven't seen her, right? I actually saw her yesterday. It's true, believe me. So yeah, be careful. I mean, this is C2 level. It's at a C1, B2, C1. You don't need to know this difference. But at the C2 level, you need to be aware of these little changes in meaning. These are shades. These are nuances. Yeah? So far, so good. Adverbs of manner. Carefully, attentively, confidently. These are some examples of adverbs of manner. What is the normal position? Okay, listen to me. This is a VP, a verb phrase, because this is a verb. He listened to me. So normally they go, okay, you can see it. The VP. After or before the VP, the verbal phrase. Normally they go after the VP, after the verb phrase. But also, you can place them somewhere else for emphasis. The typical place for emphasis? At the beginning with a beautiful comma, and that is more emphasis. Carefully, he listened to me. Attentively.
If you say carefully, she listened to me.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that is a meaning.
Carefully. It would be different if you say, be careful. He listened to me. That would be. But carefully, it refers to this. Still refers to this. So the meaning is the same, it's just more emphatic. Attentively, confidently. He listened to me. It's more poetic, more formal, more emphatic for emphasis. So the natural position at the end, if you want to play with the language and be poetic, at the beginning. He carefully, yes. Yes, you can also do that. These guys, they can go everywhere, yeah? But yeah, the end position is the most common and natural one. 16 out of 19, we're going to make it. Other adverb combinations. Look at this. This is the question you asked before. Manner first, then the place, and then time. I listened yesterday in class. Yesterday. What is the best order? Manner, place, and time.
I listened yesterday in class yesterday.
To yesterday. Oh my God, I have 2 yesterdays. Okay, that's my fault. Patient in class. Okay. Okay, let me erase this one. This is a human mistake. I'll give you another option. Instead of 2 yesterdays, let's say patiently. Patiently.
I listen patiently.
Do you agree with
No.
Danny? Yes, yes.
No, porque time es lo último.
I listen first.
Claro. I listen patiently in class yesterday.
Patiently in class yesterday. Remember this: manner, place, time. That is the most natural way. I patiently listen. Yeah, you would be playing with the language. Yeah, I patiently listened. Yeah, in that case, you would place it here. Yeah, you would place it here. Yeah, but if the options are this is the natural order. Okay, manner, place, and time. 17. Place, smaller, larger. She sat in her office at her desk. What is the right order? So at her desk, in her office. Smaller place first, larger place second. That is the most natural way to do that. So far, so good? Almost there. Look. Time, more specific. When you talk about time, first, more specific. And then less specific. I will see you in the evening at 10 p.m. At 10 p.m. in the evening. More specific first, less specific second. That is the most natural way of placing it. There's the most natural order in the English language. So far, so good? And the last one. When you talk about place, first, direction, and second, location. She came in South London to my place. To my place, this is direction. In South London, that is location. Those are, natural order of adverbs in the English language. Now, Claudia, after the theory.
No, todavía no se acabó la theory. Explícame las inversions.
Okay, 1 more hour from 8 to 9. Yeah, from 8 to 9. I can do that, but not now, Danny. Okay, very short, but somebody's gonna help us. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go back to, you know what? I think we can just do a new one, yeah? Just do a new one. Okay, very simple. A very simple example of inversion for Danny. And then later you can watch my video, yeah? She never skates to school. This is a negative, yeah? A negative adverb of frequency, okay? You can do an inversion there. The negative adverb of frequency, you can place it at the beginning, okay? Never. But when you place it at the beginning, you need an inversion. And you need to use the grammar of a question in a positive sentence. Is this a question or a positive sentence? Is this a question or a positive sentence? This is a positive question. Now, never she skates to school. This is not an inversion yet. Never she skates to school. If you put never at the beginning, then you're making an inversion. But you need something extra. You need to use the grammar of a question, right, Sophie? Make an inversion. Sophia, I know you can. Never does she skate. This is an inversion. With an inversion, what you do is you put the negative auxiliary at the beginning But then you do something very weird. Even though this is a positive structure, you use the grammar of a question with an auxiliary. That is an inversion.
Only when they are negative adverbs.
Normally, yeah, normally. This is very posh. This is very formal. This is very poetic.
Te lo juro que sigo sin pillar.
A ver, mira, el never lo pones más por frente y en vez
Pero si es que es la misma frase.
Pero
Claro,
tienes que ponerle el das. Tienes que ponerle el das. Never does she skate. Y en el skate le quitas la tercera persona.
Sí, pero si no lo pones, si pones never she skates, está mal.
Yeah.
Tienes que poner she never skates, o si pasas el never al principio, tienes que poner el das.
To be honest, Danny, you don't need this unless you become a journalist or a writer of a poet. Yeah, if you become a journalist in the future or a poet or a writer, then you will need it. Okay? Let me stop the video.